Hey everybody, it's your girl Delilah Fitness, and I am here live. So I wanted to take this time out to share with you some things that I find extremely important. Taking in consideration that the numbers as far as the virus is going has spread it. I could tell you that this week alone, I had 5 people that not personally attached to me or know me that have gotten the virus. Now, I don't know if that's affecting you, but it's definitely affecting a lot of my clients, and it's affecting a lot of people that I know. So the virus is on the rise, as we know. But what we can do is that we can take care of ourselves, and one of the ways of taking care of ourselves is the food that we put in our bodies. Extremely important what we put in our bodies. So I wanted to be part of the solution as far as what's going on. So I wanted to talk about, and please chime in. Please feel free to chime in. I don't bite. I'm vegan. I don't eat any type of flesh. So you are in a safe space. Let me make that explicitly clear. You are in a safe space. So as the topic goes, a lot of you guys know that I am a certified cancer exercise specialist, and also a certified fitness nutrition specialist. So one of my fortes, and one of the things that carves me a niche and me separate myself from the pack in the fitness industry, is that I am someone who lives a life of a raw vegan. Now, first and foremost, before you make any type of accusations, let me explain this to you. Being somebody who lives a life of someone who consumes only fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts as a lifestyle, not a diet. It's a lifestyle. Diets have never worked, and diets will never work. Diets is something that people do to lose weight, and for a certain amount of time, which is short-lived, and they'll go back to consuming what put the weight on in the first place, which kind of puts the body in a yo-yo effect. So what you're doing is throwing off the body's hormones by confusing the body. So the next time you go on another diet, you're going to lose water, but you're not really losing the toxins and all the stuff in the adipose tissue. You're not really losing the visceral fat. Now, that the visceral fat and the subcutaneous fat, 2 types of fat. Subcutaneous, we all need fat to cushion the organs. We all have that. Now, that's the safe fat. Now, the visceral fat is the fat that wraps itself around the organs, deforming the organs. A lot of us have a lot of adipose tissue that's really getting in our way. What exactly is fat? Now, during the time of hunting and gathering, before the Industrial Revolution, the body has a way of storing future fuel. Let me say that again. The body has an intelligence. What it does is that it stores food for the future. So if you missed a meal, you can live off of fuel in the body. It's the adipose tissue. So the body would break it down and use it to sustain life energy. So that's what the body does. The body doesn't targets you and say, I want to put on extra adipose tissue and become morbidly obese or overweight. It's basically a lot of people are not moving enough. And during the Industrial Revolution, when people started getting cars, Henry Ford, the assembly line, people stopped growing their own food, and you can go to the grocery store. So people started becoming very, as far as the Industrial Revolution, modern. So there was, as far as growing food, people had stopped, and they started eating things from boxes. Cakes, people used to make cakes and stuff from scratch. People no longer make anything from scratch. And now it's gotten even worse, to the point where people spend a lot of money spending money on processed food, eating out. Also, a lot of the stuff that you guys eat are not real food. It's chemicals disguised as food. So you're buying stuff with a barcode on it. So the body hasn't changed from our ancestors, so our bodies still have and functioning on that trajectory. So now that now that we are in modern times, we have these fancy cars and we have these fancy restaurants and a lot of chemicals in the food. Everything is fast. So fast food, fast life, and die fast. Cancer is on the rise. 1.9 million people, estimated million people will have been, research have found that they have cancer. So a lot of people, 1.9 million people diagnosed with cancer. 610,000 people will die of cancer in the year estimated of 2022. So this year. So cancer is on the rise. Fast food eating is on the rise. Fast life, depression, stress, oxidative stress, sugar, stress, pesticides, alcohol, chemicals in your cleaning material. So whatever you spray with, Lysol, chemicals. If you're dehydrated, all kinds of pollutions as far as the including the air, water, and the food. So you have a lot competing for your space. Also taking into consideration that your immune system is compromised based on a lot of the processed food that you're eating. It's actually doing you a disservice. So your food is actually killing you. Your food that you're eating doesn't have life energy in it. It's not like what you see on this table right here. I'm going to pan it down so you can see what's on my table. So if you can see what's on my table, this is the type of food that gives longevity in life. So we got apples, we got pineapples, we got avocados, we got plantains, cucumbers. So I have a lot of stuff that has phytonutrients. It has fiber in it. Also understand a lot of the food that you eat, since it's processed, it has a lot of calories, but as far as nutritionally dense, it doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. The body needs a certain amount of nutrients every day to function, and a lot of people are not getting that. So the body there's people who are obese, and they're starving to death, but they're starving for nutrients. They have enough calories. A lot of the empty calories consuming, and the body will use that and store it as future fuel. And some of you guys are consuming too much food. When I was growing up, we had 3 square meals a day. We just had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, since the 80s, you have breakfast, snack, you got lunch, you got a snack, you got dinner, and you get a snack after dinner or some type of dessert. And it has totally done us a disservice. And a lot of us eat our emotions. So a lot of us are sitting around based on stress or the pandemic. A lot of us are stressed. So you have these cortisones that's shooting up stress, cortisone. So basically inflammation, the blood is acidy, is not alkaline. So the more acid you have and the more inflammation, it causes depression. Inflammation also causes arthritis, any type of burning in the joints. So we as a species are getting sicker. Also taking into consideration the children that are being born now, they're moving at a deficit. They're going, because if the parent is having issues with their health, the child comes into having these same issues that the parents have. So now they have to fight even harder for their health. So what I can say after sharing that with you is that you are what you eat. If you decide that you would like to continue, and it also affects the brain. As far as the brain, the neurotransmitters in the brain, people are not thinking as sharply as they should be. Also, I taken into consideration depression with inflammation. There's people running around here that's mentally disturbed, and they're depressed, and they have a gun in their hand. So you do the math with that. So my intentions and my part of being part of the solution is to help those who are looking for solutions to change. Now, let me make this distinctively clear. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not telling you anything that you couldn't go on Google and find out for yourself. So this is for people who really want to live. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're tired of taking the medications from the doctor, the over-counter drugs. It's helping this, and then you have another pill for that pill. Then you can't sleep. Then you need a pill to wake up. So I have clients who are taking 10 to 15 pills a day, and I got to tell you, it's the truth. And one of the things, as a fitness trainer and a cancer exercise specialist, I know how hard it is to change. So I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to tell you something that I haven't experienced myself. What for me was the deciding factor is that I wanted to live. And now I'm 56. I had fibroids, and I was actually going to get a hysterectomy. And due to making a decision to take the road less traveled, I decided to use food as medicine. So what I did was detox my body. I cleaned out the body of all of the toxins and poison that was actually doing me a disservice. It was actually killing me and taking the life energy out of me. So all of the plaque in my colon, all of the stuff that I was consuming for years, I was consuming processed food. I grew up on McDonald's, White Castles, ham and cheese, you name it, I ate it. Spam, chitlins when I was a kid, coming from a southern background and Caribbean background, South. You guys know what that is. And I was dying. And also being someone who grew up in the church. My mom's a minister, and watching people on the sick list and the prayer list and having to go to the hospital to see people that I loved and cared for get their feet chopped off because of sugar, diabetes. That could have been reversed if they would have just invested in themselves. So I'm hoping many are called, but the chosen a few. This is not going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. It may not be your time. But for those people who really want to change and want to live, this is for you. So what I'm going to do is share with you something that I do, and I share with my clients who are dealing with cancer. So this is one juice that I want to give to you as a gift. Now, cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable. So I have some purple cabbage here I'm going to use as a juice. I'm going to get it. All right, so the ingredients that I'm going to give you is purple cabbage. Now, this is a powerful medicine, cabbage. It has vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin K, folic acid, minerals, and fiber. It's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So it removes inflammation out of the body, and it detoxes the body on a cellular level. So it gets into the cells. And as we know, the cells, like us, each cell in your body, it eats and it poops. So what happens if you don't remove the waste from what's inside of the body, it will actually cause inflammation. So I'm going to give you this recipe as a gift because I care. I want you to use it. You're going to need half of a purple cabbage. Half of a purple cabbage. You're going to need 6 apples. So let's get 6 apples. So I got 6 apples, and you're going to need a lime. Now, preferably, I would prefer, I didn't have time to do it. I was so busy trying to get on because I have a client after this. You're going to have to I peel the skin off the lime when I'm about to juice it because for me, the lime could be bitter. So I'm using this. Now, lime is a great citrus. It's like a degreaser. So it's great if you have any plaque that's in your arteries or a plaque inside of your colon. It actually helps clean that stuff out. So I'm going to peel off the skin so I can enjoy this beautiful fruit. Alrighty. So I'm hoping that everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. I know that I am. And just by the mere fact that I'm in my purpose, I love doing what I'm doing, like sharing information. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the fitness industry for 30 years. I can't tell you how many times that clients that I'm no longer working with, see me on Facebook or see me on Instagram and say, thank you so much for working with me. I'm still using that juice recipe. My kids are eating more fruits and vegetables. I also have a book out, the 7-Day Raw Vegan Challenge. If you need any more recipes, if you like the recipe that I'm about to give you, there's other recipes in my book. So it's a 7-Day Raw Vegan Challenge. And you could actually get the book off my website. Now, my website is DelilahFitness.com. So, all right, so here we go. Boom. All right, so I'm going to start my juicer. You ready? I know, cabbage, right? I'm going to make sure I chop it up really small because it's big. So I am so happy. There's some new people that's following me. I would like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to have you aboard. You are about to take on an amazing adventure as far as transformation of life. And I'm just cutting up my cabbage so it can fit inside my juicer. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to ask me, what type of juicer do you have? I have the Breville Elite Breville. It's an old juicer that I got from Macy's. I got this from Macy's, so I just want to cut it up. My table is so full with stuff. All right. Look how pretty this color is. So I'm going to use this. Let me make sure I got enough room on my table. I should have cut this up earlier, but I didn't. I just was so excited to, have this conversation. Now, be very mindful that when you're eating this type of food, you are going to be going to the bathroom. You are going to be eliminating. So what your body's going to be doing is removing toxins. So, and I highly recommend that anybody that wants transformation change, take the 7-Day Raw Vegan Challenge, because even though you're doing the juices and your intentions are good, you have to clean out all of the stuff that's already in you. So I highly recommend that you go and take the 7-Day Raw Vegan Challenge so you can actually start a clean slate. Because you'll be putting food in, good food, but it won't be getting absorbed because the absorption is blocked from all of the plaque, all of the stuff that you've been eating for years. So you're going to be eating some healthy food that's going to go to waste. And you don't want that to happen. So, all right, I just cut up my cabbage. I'm excited. Look how pretty it looks. Look at the colors. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so I'm about to start my juicer. I want to make sure I have enough room. Now, hold up. In case you didn't know, cabbage is good for preventing cancer. It helps prevent it helps prevent heart disease. So it prevents heart disease. So, and it helps with radiation. So if anybody's going through chemo, it helps out with radiation. So let's get it started. All right. Woo! All right. Looks good. I got to tell you guys. Purple is my favorite color. Purple is my favorite color. I just want you guys to know that for one. So, again, it protects against radiation, cabbage. It helps reduce heart disease. And it fights cancer. So, this is a win-win situation. All right. You guys ready for the reward? This is my favorite part. All right. Here we go. Look at that. All right. My favorite part, the taste test. Delicious. It doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. All right, let me wave back. Hey, everybody. It doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. It has a nice, clean The color is beautiful. It's not, the cabbage is not burning. The apples really brings it to that circle. It has a tinge of sweetness to it, and that lemon really took it home. The lemon. So half of a purple cabbage, 6 apples, and a lime. Lime or lemon? Lime or lemon. I just have a lot of limes from the tree. So I really, I couldn't stress enough how much to love yourself. All of this stems from loving yourself. Also, with this journey, you have to find the why. One of the things that I find about people, why they fall off, because they don't have a good enough reason why to do it. If you are basing this on losing weight, you'll lose the weight, but you won't have the tenacity to continue the journey. It's not about the destination. It's the journey. So it's a wellness journey. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. The raw vegan lifestyle is not like a diet. It's something that you do for the rest of your days. Now, take into consideration, you may do the 80-20. You may do 80 cooked food and then 20 raw. That's fine. If you're a neophyte and you're just starting out, don't want you to beat up on yourself. It's a process. Also, you have to get the palate used to eating real food, because your palate has been consuming for years processed fake food, a lot of chemicals. Your body won't be used to eating fiber. So that's going to be an issue. But once your body acclimates to a new way of living, your body's going to thrive. You're going to get more energy. Your eyes, the whiteness is going to get brighter. Your skin is going to get much more hydrated on a cellular level. So you're going to get, people always ask me, like, why did your skin looks great? That's because I hydrate my skin from inside. I don't do the outside with all of the moisture, all of the lotions that you guys buy. I actually hydrate. I use living water. This is living water. I hydrate my body from within, and it shows on the outside. So be very mindful and also very gentle on this journey. Don't beat yourself up. Find a support group. I couldn't do it by myself. I needed a community. So I found a community. And for those of you who are looking for support, please check out Delilah Fitness. I do have a 7-Day Raw Vegan Challenge group that you can join. Also, it's challenging when you're married to somebody or in a relationship with somebody who's not on this journey. And don't worry about that, because I've had clients that husband wasn't on board or wife wasn't on board, but as soon as they saw you being consistent and you started changing, your skin started changing, you started looking much more younger and hydrated and much more energy, that's when the husband and wife, or the wife, wanted to jump on board. So don't feel like you're alone. You're not alone. There's people in this community like myself that you can really reach out to. So I created this safe space on Instagram for people like yourself. So look for a couple of my content. Also check out my YouTube channels. I do have some backlog of old videos and also recipes. I do have some recipes that's backlogged. So Delilah Fitness on the YouTube channel, but I'm also, on Facebook, but I use more to get in contact with me. I use more Instagram, and I just started going on to Clubhouse, meeting a lot of people on Clubhouse in those Clubhouse streets. Very interesting app, might I add. It's interesting in a good way. Also, I am on TikTok, so check me out. TikTok, I be running those streets on TikTok. You'll find me in some of those rooms on Clubhouse, and also on right here on the Instagram. So I love you guys. I hope that you got something from this. I hope that it resonated. I hope that I was able to lift somebody up from a dark spot. That's what it's all about. When you've been blessed, pass it on. So live, thrive, live, vitality. Life is beautiful. Life is gorgeous. I can't tell you, I love my life. And I'm hoping that this love is contagious, that you will feel it from the internet, how much I'm giving you guys a virtual hug. And here's to life. Long life. Until next time we meet again, Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy and eat your fruits and vegetables. All right, guys. Till next time, have a good one.